What's going on, guys?
Welcome back. So with all the requests we got to do an in-depth review on the Supercharger, here it is, mate. Basically, yeah, some people have asked us to
do a review and talk more about it, and it's a video that I've wanted to do since I've had it installed, but there's just been so much on that I haven't really gotten around to it.
Life.
Yes. So here we are, and here it is. The HKS version 3 supercharger. So it's a centrifugal type supercharger. It's not like a twin screw where it mounts to the manifold. The centrifugal type supercharger, it's kind of like a turbo.
Yes, very linear in the power delivery. So you find a nice linear line when you get the power. Obviously increases boost as you're in the higher rev range.
Yeah, that's right. So as the revs increase, the boosts increase. So with this one in particular, it starts off at about 6 psi at around 2500 RPM mark.
Yeah.
And then builds to about 14 pound when it's at around, or anything above 5000 RPM.
Yeah.
It's 14 pound boost.
So yeah, getting a fair bit of pressure in there.
Yeah, and it's a pretty conservative tune. Like, it's on ECU Tech. ECU Tech, it's a great tuning software for future mods. So you can get a much cheaper tuning software, like BRZ Edit or something like that.
Yeah.
But the ECU Tech will allow me to go flex fuel and all that sort of stuff down the track.
Yeah, it's more flexible.
Yeah, more flexible. But it's quite conservative. So it's pushing about, I think it was 187 kilowatts at the hubs, which is 250 horsepower.
About that, yeah.
Yeah, so which is pretty much, like I say, that's at the wheels. The guys at Tunehouse say it's at the wheels. Some people will say hub is different to wheel, because with the wheel on, it's resistance and all that sort of stuff, wheel ball driving and whatnot. But whatever, it's so much faster than it was.
They should have released the 86 FRS, BRZ, whatever you want to call it. They should have released it with it, or like at least a premium model, because the car completely changes. It should be the amount of power. 182 to the guys that, you know, people on YouTube, doesn't sound like a lot. 187, whatever it is.
Paid a lot of money for them kilowatts. I'll have all of them, thank you.
But it doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, when you're on a track, there's plenty of power. I mean, you can go for more, but there's plenty of power for what you want. Yeah,
I mean, the reason it was kept quite conservative is because the engine's not built, the clutch is still stock, the drive shaft's still stock. They're a pretty lazy engine, and there's a guy in the club. He's been through 2 engines, putting so much boost into it. So that's something I didn't really want to go down, and I wanted to keep it quite conservative. And the guys at Tunehouse ran a very nice tune on it, and the engine's very happy.
Well, we've got a friend, you would have seen him on the list, Richard. He runs an NA version of this, and and it's beaten Ferraris on the track. He's a good driver. He's a very good driver. We'll give him that.
Yeah.
But the performance, the balancing, when you get in track, it's not just about how much power you have. I think it's the whole. You need the whole package. Yeah. Good brakes, good tires. Yeah. Like, a lot of people just think, oh, I'll have all the horsepower in the world, but it's only as good as if you can get around a corner or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. You can be putting all the power down to the world, but if your tires can't keep you on the track or on the road, it's useless.
But now it's just, this thing sounds like it's screaming. You can tell the supercharger's in, and when you're driving it, the deliverance of power, especially the top end RPM. Like, my turbo, it's a really tiny turbo, obviously the KO3 in the Golf, and just as soon as you get over 6,000 RPM, it can't handle it, the turbo. So, but in this, when you're driving it, the deliverance and power is just full all the way up to the rev range, which I was impressed about most.
There's one of the reasons I went for that supercharger, because like, you guys, if you're watching the channel and you've got an 86 BRZ FRS, and you're thinking about going forced induction, do I turbo, do I supercharge? If I supercharge, do I go twin screw, do I go centrifugal? These were all questions that I was asking myself and everybody else.
Yeah, for months.
And it was, it's just, I'm so lucky to be in a group of people that, Pete with his turbo, I drove that, and it was really fun and I liked it, but it wasn't what I was after. And then a friend of ours, Matt, I drove his Sprintex, which is a twin screw type supercharger. So a twin screw type is the one that mounts directly on top of your manifold. The air gets drawn in and basically compressed by the screws, and then put back through your engine. And then I'd never actually driven a centrifugal one, but after speaking to people at like Tunehouse and Garage 88 and different people who are experienced with the supercharger, they kind of give you the idea that it's basically
That's their field, like
between a twin screw and a turbo. It's like that middle ground. So
yeah, it's really good.
one of the downsides to a supercharger, you know, maybe as say opposed to a turbo, is the amount of fuel that it consumes now.
Yeah.
The fuel
well, it's more
consumption,
load because obviously
it's like it's always on, really.
Yeah.
Because it's always attached to your engine.
And it creates more load on the engine, I'm guessing.
100%. So I noticed that the average fuel consumption went from 8.7 per 100 to 10.1 per 100.
It's a bit of a jump.
So supporting mods, none. I mean, really, not for everyday use. I didn't get any supporting mods for everyday use. It's the stock clutch, it's stock injectors, it's stock everything, man.
Yeah, it was purely bolt on.
Yeah. And that was the reason why I kind of went this way as well. All the money that you would spend on supporting mods, it's just like money on top of money on top of money, and I just didn't want to go down that path yet.
Yeah.
Yet is the key word there, because eventually it is going to be flex fuel, more, smaller pulley, like you name it, it's going to do it. But for the moment, I'm just tracking it as it is, and that brings me to the next point, which was track. So going on the track, needed oil cooler, needed brakes, brake fluid, everything you would have seen in like the oil cooler video, and now different wheels.
Yeah.
So they're
SSR wheels.
GT86. They are 18s by 9.5 wide plus 40 offset. I'm running the Federal 255 35 profile, so they're quite big, and they're not like semi slicks, but they're a high performance street type. They kind of look like
semi slicks,
and they're designed for tracking.
Yeah,
and they're amazing.
But yeah, so got a sway bar too. You can probably see in the background there.
Yeah. So the sway bars, I mean, it's good for everyday use on a force induction car. But on the track, I found that it was a bit of a disadvantage without having the same type of thing at the rear. That created a lot of understeer.
Yeah.
Whereas before, if I was hitting a corner nice and quickly, I might get a bit of oversteer and the back would come out. But that's fine. Like I can control that.
Yeah.
And I'm still sort of going around the corner. But that on the track created a lot of understeer, and I was coming into the corners, and it was like I want to go this way, and I'm still going this way. So I ended up taking that off for track. So until I get
you got the better time.
A rear, that's how I did get the better time, yeah. So until I get a rear sway bar or something,
stabilise all around.
I'll take it off for track sessions.
Yeah.
Now I'm not too sure if there's things that we've missed, or I'm sure you guys are going to have questions. Now please comment in the comment section any questions that you have, and we'll be sure to answer them.
And there will be more golf videos coming. As I said, I'm looking for that oil cooler if I can find one.
Track day.
I don't want to heavily modify the car, so I might do the same with tracking, but my car at the moment is done 180,000 kilometers, so there's a few things that need to happen with the car before I think I'll track it.
That'll be fun times ahead.
Living the dream, family man.
Yes. I think that's it, Greg.
Yeah. If there is any more questions, if there's anything we have forgotten, throw us up in the comments. We'll try and figure out exactly what we're going to say. We've got all the technical terms and everything else out there, but
it's just trying to put it all together and give you guys as much information without putting you to sleep. But hopefully we covered everything. But like you said, if you didn't, leave us a comment.
Just give us a shout,
in the comment section, and we'll be sure to answer it.
But yeah, thanks guys, and we do appreciate it.
It's awesome. Peace out.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hooroo.
Toodaloo.
Ciao for now.
Catch you soon.